vindicated and called into a higher purpose because of him. This unsurmountable wall I see today shall one day fall. My wife will be buried today, but I know she will one day be called the mother of four. I may have nothing yet, but I know I'm affected and plead for no more because the man has already won the war. That is why I call him my Elroy, because he's the only one who sees my peace and my comfort and joy. He's God.
Hello, it's your girl Ella, and I'm here with our one and only Shelta. Shelta, please, how are you doing?
I'm great.
It's wonderful having you here this afternoon. It's been a while. How has life been?
Stressful. This school is stressful. I don't know, but I'm really feeling the heat. And yes, you can also attest to the fact that it's really stressful.
Okay, so let me go straight to asking you. So you are now an established spoken word artist. I'd like to ask you, what got you into spoken word?
Well, I will say passion. I will say a drive to inspire people, and yes, I would say probably determination as well. So I've always had this inspiration, this drive, and motivation to inspire people and to bring out the best in people. And that is why I use them. I believe in my word. My words I can change the world.
But I have to ask you, why spoken words?
Well, I have a thing for rap, but I can't rap. I have a thing for music, but I can't sing. So the only bridge between rapping and singing is poetry, and that is why I chose it.
Okay. So do you have anybody that inspires or influences you?
I'll say I'm my own inspiration. Yes, I started doing poetry way before I knew I was doing poetry. I've been my own inspiration, and I've pushed myself so far to the limit. Yes, I'll say I'm my own mentor.
Okay, but is there any artist, a spoken word artist, a rapper, or something that you admire?
Yeah, I do. There are actually a couple of great rappers out there. Manifest, Sarkodie, Deco, the Q, yes. Those are the big names. But even on campus here, I have like people I look up to like that. I have the is a poet. Most of you don't know the is a poet. I have Chancellor, I have Audrey, like lots of poets out there, and like we keep pushing ourselves. Yes, so we are one of the inspirations.
Okay, so I've seen some of your works. Walk us through the processes of being able to release a spoken word or a poetry like. Walk us through the process of that.
Trust me, it's a process you won't want to know. You won't want to go through. It's really stressful. I don't want to go so much into it, but I think it's much more stressful than any other art out there because with poetry you have to be deep, you have to think, you have to always be in yourselves, you have to be conscious of everything around you, and yes, so aside that, you have to always memorize your lines because unlike music where you have to go with the flow, with poetry you always have to memorize your lines, and you can't afford to flop. Yes, so
with your rhymes and your bars and your word plays. Hey, it's not small. So, what has been one of your favorite performances so far?
I always say every performance you are as good as your last performance. So my last performance is always my favorite performance.
Greater purpose tomorrow. Remember, the disciples all lost their jobs to gain the discipleship role. But God watched me go through the horrors of cancer. And those horrors didn't prepare you for your demise. First class, I forget grad. But for God, you wouldn't have even been a student. But for God, these atoms and molecules that made you a human would not have been in place. But for God, slow. Wherever you are, God. For do I pierce and pressed at his sides? Though my enemies are my throat and I have nowhere to hide. Though the doctor says I have just few days to die, though I feel lost no hope inside, Mekai sɛ me Nyankopɔn rengya me da. Sɛ anka ma wɔtɛkyerɛ m'apem anka mede bɛyi me gyefo ayɛ. Ɛfiri sɛ da wayɛ ama me ne dɔɔso wɔsom wo da mesom no no so na ɔkorɔnkyerɛ no frɛ no kokoko. Ɛyɛ kokomoteɛ sɛ wɔbɔpɔne ne nyɛ ɔkatakyie. Bɛma ɔkasa atumi bie ne watumi ne ne di asie. See, I've been vindicated and called into a higher purpose because of him. This unsurmountable wall I see today shall one day fall. My wife will be buried today, but I know she will one day be called the mother of four. I may have nothing yet, but I know I'm effective and people no more because the one I serve has already won the war. That is why I call him my head Lord, because he's the only one who sees my peace and my comfort and joy. He's God. He is my hope. He is my hope. He is my hope. Therefore, take heed of this remorse and pause whenever you are faced with trials and tribulations and persecutions. And always remember that we would have all been destroyed, but God.
Yes, that's it. But one that has always stood out for me was one I did with decarlogh, Chancellor, Mass Theater. I think it was last year at Minute Lecture. It was crazy. It was one of like it was epic. I don't know if you've seen this, but you should go check it out on YouTube or something. It was epic. It's like one of the most epic performances, spoken word performances ever. I don't know, maybe probably in the history of UCC or something. Yes, so that's been my standout performance.
You can find that on YouTube at UCC Mass Kwame Theater. Please be sure to check it out. So I'd also like to ask, what has been the hardest for you to write? What poetry has been the hardest for you to write?
Poetry is always hard. My every poem I write is a difficult one because every poem I write brings out another emotion. I always like to tell stories in my mind, so every story is a new emotion. Yes, it's a new ride, it's a new roller coaster for me. And yeah, so every piece I write is a difficult one. Every piece I write is a difficult one. Yes.
So we'd like to know, is there any pre-show, pre-ministration ritual that you do to warm yourself up, to give us bars and rhymes and things?
So I think the first thing I do always is I pray. That's the first thing I do before I stand on any stage.
God first.
Yes, God first. I pray, and then probably I go through my life. I don't like going through my lines late because then I feel when I go through it, it takes the feel out of it and out of me. Yes, so I just pray and then I go out there and do it.
Okay. So tell us, so far since you started till now, give us your experiences, the good, the bad. What has been your overall experience that
It's
will let you push someone into spoken word?
it's been a roller coaster ride. I'll put that way because it's been bittersweet, it's been pain, joy, it's been sadness, it's been tears, it's been laughter, it's been everything. I remember days you had to go for shows and you have to trek back home. They give you meat pie and drink and thank you. And that is all you get. That is all you get. And I've had days when I've had the big gigs where they pay very well. I've had days when people text and they're like, I'm really inspired by what you do. I want to learn. All those things keep me moving, both the good and bad. Yes, they keep me going as well.
So basically, you are telling us that we should venture into poetry.
Yes, everyone is a poet. That has always been like my motto. Like everyone is a poet. Everyone writes. So far as even people who are not literate, illiterates even write. They all have stories to tell. So everyone is a poet. Everyone should do poetry.
Okay, well, thank you for coming here. Thank you. We are lucky to have you. Now, give us the social, how we can find you, your socials.
So it's Kwame Shelta on YouTube, Kwame Shelta on TikTok, Kwame Shelta on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, so I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. The same face everywhere.
Okay, so give us a little bit of bars and rhymes to take us out. Give us a little something.
Okay, so I have this short one. It goes like this. Anytime I look into your eyes, I see my forever. Flawed by my imperfections, I'm wrong. Thank you. So I'm apologizing now. Don't mind that. Anytime you laugh or giggle, tackle or tickle my palms in the middle. I feel so weak. Maybe someone will say, hey, it's me a bema. Anytime you tell me you love me, I will say, boom, honestly, me too, they said that money I make my baby. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we
you
will
for having
see
me.
you again.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.